Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. So today I have my very last YouTube video of 2023 for you guys, although I am still going to be over on TikTok. But I just thought for my last video I will do what I usually do and I will share my personal top fragrance launches of the year, and I've got a mixture of fragrances that I think are really groundbreaking. I've also got fragrances in this list that are not groundbreaking but that I have just personally really loved, and I'm really excited to share my list with you. So let's get into it. First up, a fragrance collection that launched this year that I think is absolutely incredible is the Penhaligon's Potions and Remedies collection. I have these two from the collection. I have Oh the Audacity, which I mentioned in, I think it was my winter fragrance recommendations. This is such a gorgeous smoky incense and vanilla fragrance. It is absolutely beautiful. It's sweet, it's decadent, it is indulgent, it is bold, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this. It's perfect for winter or on an evening. I also have A Kiss of Bliss, and I am obsessed with this fragrance. This is such a gorgeous fragrance for every day. This is such a lovely, bright and uplifting fragrance. It's got bergamot, it's got a mix of florals, it's got clover, it's got a musky feel to it. To me, this smells like fresh, sweet, clean skin. It reminds me of when you've just had a bubble bath and you've used all of your lovely lotions and potions and your skin just smells incredible. That is what this smells like, and I love it. It is so perfect for any time of year. It's got that sort of light sweetness which I really adore. It's got a sort of airy quality to it, and in the first 10 minutes of this fragrance it has an almost sort of biscuity feel, but that only lasts for 10 minutes before it settles into this gorgeous musky skin scent. It just creates a lovely bubble around you, and oh, it's stunning. Next up I have Herba Gold by Xerjoff. You guys know how much I love Herba Pura. It is one of my absolute favourite fragrances. It's one of my most complimented fragrances for summer. So Xerjoff launched Herba Gold, which is very similar to Herba Pura, except this one I think is more of an all year round fragrance. I've been wearing this in winter and I absolutely love it. So this has the same fruitiness that Herba Pura has, except it's got more of a tutti frutti feel and almost like a sort of mango-y feel, but not overly so, because I'm not the biggest fan of mango fragrances. But this has a slight touch of mango. It's also got a little bit of an ambery feel in the base, along with the signature Herba Pura musk, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love the combination. This has a bit of a ginger note, which is very subtle, but it sort of warms the fragrance up, and I just love it. I think it is such a great launch, such a fun fragrance. It's flirty, an absolute compliment getter. I've got to say, the V collection, which the V stands for velvet, from Xerjoff, is now, I think that they are, I don't know if they're all switching to enamel bottles, but this has been launched in an enamel bottle, and Herba Pura, the new packaging is enamel. It's not velvet anymore, and it honestly pains me. I do not like the new packaging, I'm gonna be honest. With this fragrance I don't mind because this is new, but Herba Pura, I really like that blue velvet, and now it's like blue enamel. I don't know. Anyway, this is an incredible fragrance, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, absolutely love it. This bottle is from Twisted Lily, so you can obviously use my discount code KATE10 for 10% off your order. They also do samples, which is incredible. Okay, a fragrance that launched this year that I don't wear very often because it is so unique, but it 100% deserves its place in this list because it is incredible. And like I said, I've just never really smelled anything like this. It is Oud Maracuja from Maison Crivelli. This is a stunning mix of passion fruit and oud and leather. It is an absolute beast of a fragrance. It will fill up a room. It is an extrait de parfum, but it's so refined, so sophisticated, but just very unique, and I absolutely love it. I do think this leans slightly masculine. It's just such an incredible take on passion fruit. I've never smelled passion fruit in this sort of context, and I think it's an amazing fragrance. I do think it will be a love it or a hate it for a lot of people though. Not everybody's gonna love this, but it is definitely a bit of a groundbreaking scent for me anyway, and I love it. Definitely, definitely. I'm going to say this is one of the top 3 launches of this year. Really incredible. Next up, one of my absolute favourite brands and one of my most worn brands. I wear fragrances from this brand all the time, and it is Parfum de Marly. Parfum de Marly had 2 launches this year. They had Valea and they had Altair, and I was really conflicted over which to include in this video because honestly I think they're equally as good as each other. I love them just the same. Valea was launched into their feminine line. Altair was launched into their masculine collection, although it is marketed by Parfum de Marly as being a unisex scent, which it is. I've mentioned this so many times, but I love wearing the masculine fragrances from Parfum de Marly. Do not let the packaging put you off, ladies, but I've included Altair because it's just more of a unisex scent and I feel like it will appeal to more people, but I do love Valea equally. Anyway, Altair is such a gorgeous bourbon vanilla. This is a modern ode to bourbon vanilla, so it's got freshness to it, which I really like. It has this very bright, luminous quality, so it's bourbon vanilla. It's got that creamy decadence, but it's also got a mix of orange blossom and elemi, which just gives the fragrance this brightness. It has a slight spiciness to it. It's got a praline note, so it's got this chocolatey feel just underneath everything, and it just feels very luxurious. If you want a sophisticated and classy yet sweet and indulgent fragrance, I would recommend this. It is incredible. Guys, I've just realised that my necklace has swizzled itself around. It does this all the time. I always make sure the thing's at back and it somehow just turns itself around. It's playing me. We're gonna move on. Next I have a cold weather scent for you guys, and it is Sugar Leather from Une Nuit Nomade. I love this fragrance for very cold weather. It is a gorgeous mix of caramel and cinnamon. It's got a slightly resinous feel, which gives the fragrance this very refined touch, and it's got it's very sweet, and it has a very sort of subtle leather note. Honestly, the leather does not come through that much in this fragrance. It is mainly caramel and cinnamon. It reminds me of like a Cinnabon. It smells like also like cinnamon sugar. It's incredible, but very, very refined. If you like Angel Share from Kilian, then you will definitely like this. I prefer this because it's less sweet, although it is still sweet. It's not cloying, which I find Angel Share can be sometimes, but I absolutely love this. It is incredible. Next up is my only designer fragrance in this list, and that is only because I've decided to do my top designer fragrance launches of 2023 over on my TikTok. So that should be up right now. If not, it will be up really soon. But yeah, if you want to see those, make sure to be following me on TikTok. Also, I'm just uploading a lot more on TikTok than I do on YouTube, so if you want to see more from me, definitely go and follow me over there. But I need to include YSL Black Opium Le Parfum in this video because it is absolutely incredible. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would be including a Black Opium flanker in my top fragrance launches of the year video. Like, I just did not see that coming. This fragrance to me smells niche. I think YSL has just done something incredible here. This smells like very rich, decadent, creamy vanilla mixed with sort of like a coffee liqueur vibe. It has a sort of chocolatey, powdery quality as the fragrance dries down. It is delicious. I absolutely love this. Honestly, if I didn't know this was YSL and this was wrapped up in a niche bottle, I would totally believe it. Honestly, this is an incredible launch from YSL. It really is different to anything in the designer space, so I think that it very much deserves its place in my top fragrance launches of the year. It's addictive. I absolutely love it. Serge Lutens Écran de Fumée. This is one that I have mentioned quite a few times recently. I am loving this fragrance. It's such a kind of dark, boozy, chocolatey tobacco fragrance. It's got a rum note, it's got a sweetness to it, it's got a lot of depth. It is absolutely incredible. The tobacco smells just wonderful. I love a good tobacco note in a fragrance. It has that sort of smoky quality. It's mysterious, it is decadent, it is very luxurious, and I'm obsessed with this. I love this for an evening out. This is a definite showstopper. Vanilla Powder by Matière Première. This is one that I only received recently, but I absolutely love this, and I've only mentioned it on TikTok. The same actually with Herba Gold. I've only mentioned that fragrance on TikTok. Honestly guys, come and follow me on TikTok if you want fragrance recommendations, because I'm over there so much and I talk about like a lot of fragrances. But anyway, Vanilla Powder is such a gorgeous, powdery, creamy vanilla fragrance with a Palo Santo note, which is where I think the creaminess is coming from. It's got a stunning coconut vibe as well. This I will definitely wear more when the weather gets warmer. Next summer I am going to be wearing this so much. I just absolutely love it. It is so stunning. Again, like, it's nothing crazy out there, but it is just a really gorgeous fragrance. I love Matière Première as a brand, you guys know this, and this was such a fabulous launch from them this year. Next I have Musk K by Ella Carr. Again, this brand launched 2 fragrances this year which I absolutely fell in love with. The first was Camellia K, or Camellia Carr, which I mentioned a lot during the summertime. I absolutely love that fragrance. But I think my most worn out of the 2, even though it's launched more recently, is Musk K. I love this fragrance. I really enjoy fresh musky fragrances, and this is done to perfection in my eyes. It's got a beautiful sort of powdery iris note in there. It's fresh, it's clean, it's a bit creamy. Actually, it's very creamy. I just absolutely love it. If you enjoy fragrances like Glossier you are going to love this fragrance. Also, for a musk fragrance, this lasts on my skin for so long, and it kind of projects really nicely. It creates the loveliest scent bubble. I did have one of you comment on my last video where I mentioned this and I said it lasts a really long time on me. You said that it didn't last that long on you. So definitely try this fragrance before you buy it, because it might perform differently on different people. Also, it obviously depends on like the temperature and the weather and whatever, but this is an incredible fragrance that I love. It lasts a long time on me, which I'm very grateful for, because that is something that I really appreciate in my fragrances. But I am obsessed with this. I love it. Another fragrance collection that launched this year, which I absolutely love, is the Kayali Oudgasm collection. These are my 2 favourites from the collection. I have Rose Oud and Tobacco Oud. This was such a great release from Mona. She just knew what she was doing with this collection. She wanted to merge Middle Eastern and Western culture, and I just think she did it perfectly. I absolutely love these. The Rose Oud is a classic Rose Oud, but just done so well. It's got a sort of slight citrusy quality in the opening. It's got a slight jamminess, but not too much. The oud is sort of like moderate. It's not too intense, but it is definitely there. I absolutely love it. Oh, it's got vanilla in as well. Yeah, absolutely love that. Also, Tobacco Oud. This is just an sort of fragrance. I absolutely love this. This is a gorgeous, syrupy, sweet, sort of almost powdery tobacco fragrance with a deep, dark oud. But it's not too intense. Again, I still think that the oud in this is wearable. However, I am very well acquainted with oud. If you're not, you might think that this is very intense, which it could be for some people. This definitely has a slight animalic feel, but just the quality is incredible. I absolutely love that this is out on the Western market. I just love it. I love my Middle Eastern fragrances. You guys know I'm half Middle Eastern, so this just makes my little heart happy, and I really love it. Actually, when I've worn this, I've kind of realised that it reminds me slightly just slightly of Tabaccola from Dior. So if you like that fragrance, definitely try this out because I think you'll like this as well. And also leave me a comment, let me know what your favourite fragrance launch of this year was, because I know there are so many more that I haven't mentioned in this video just because they're not fragrances that I've reached for personally, but they're still incredible. So if you have any more to add to this list, leave them down below. And also thank you so much for all of your love and support this year. It honestly means the world to me. Like I said, this is my last YouTube video, but I will be back very soon. Also, like I said, I will be over on TikTok if you want to keep up with me. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing festive season. If you celebrate Christmas, happy Christmas, happy New Year, all the rest of it. I love you lots, and I shall see you very soon. Bye.